before accomplished by a U.S. team and not lost on manager Larry Lewis.
All right, guys. Well, we've worked really hard to get to this point. Really proud of you. Just really proud of you. We won the United States Championship. The World Championship is within our grasp. We just got to go out and do the job that we're capable of doing. You guys stay focused, play hard, and we can do it. We're going to go out there and have 6 innings of good, hard play, good fun, and we'll have a lifetime of memories. You guys ready for the game?
Yeah!
All right, can we do it?
Yeah!
Let's give us a beat here. Everybody.
Fanning the clothes to bring you the constant variety of sports.
Panama, that is coming next as they'll decide this year's Little League World Series. Hello once again, everyone. I am John Saunders. Welcome inside Alameda Stadium, ABC's Wild World of Sports, once again here for the Little League World Series, 31 years. And we hope to witness a first here today, at least a possibility. Long Beach, California, the winners last year can become the first team from the same league in the United States to repeat as champions. They could win it on the field this year. Last year, you'll recall, they actually lost the game in the final here to a team from the Philippines. The celebration on the field, however, was short-lived because about 2 weeks later, the Little League Championship was stripped from the Philippines using ineligible players. It happened again this year. The Far East champions from Chinese Taipei not allowed to come here to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And it happened as well to a team from the Dominican Republic, both disqualified. For more on that, let's go down to the field and join our Julie Moran.
Thank you very much, John. I'm with Dr. Creighton Hale, the president and CEO of Little League Baseball. And as John stated, teams that normally would have been here from the Dominican Republic, Chinese Taipei, were disqualified. Can you explain briefly the violation?
In the case, Julie, of the Chinese Republic, they selected players from a larger pool than is permitted under the tournament regulations. In the case of the Dominican Republic, they had some ineligible players who lived outside the league boundaries and who did not conform to the age requirement.
Dr. Hale, you are a volunteer organization. Can you adequately police 75 countries involved in Little League Baseball?
We cannot guarantee, because we do have volunteers, but I think what happened this year that we were able to verify the infractions speaks for itself, that these teams did not arrive in Williamsport before we were able to check it out.
All right, Dr. Hale, thanks for joining us. Hopefully for the kids, your efforts will be successful. And let's go back upstairs to John Saunders.
All right, Julie, thank you very much. As you know, it is a long road just to get here to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. It gets even tougher once you get here. Take a look at the road for Panama. They knocked off Canada, beating the Far East, losing to Europe in a game that did not mean anything to Panama, coming back the next day to beat them. And for Long Beach, they have just been a scoring machine. That 21-1 game against these really didn't mean anything. They knew they were in the final, but 11-0 in the final. And one of the reasons they're here is Sean Burroughs, who has been tremendous, both as a pitcher and a hitter. This one of his 3 home runs he has here this week in Williamsport, 16 strikeouts and a no-hitter in the U.S. Championship game. Just moments ago, he would come into the field, and we will talk with him in a moment. But first, let's take a look at what he has done. 9 hits in 15 at-bats. In pitching, he has 2 no-hitters, 32 strikeouts. Keep in mind, only 36 out in those 32 strikeouts. And as I mentioned, he came onto the field with his team extremely excited and fortunate enough to join with us today on our ABC staff is Maria Sansone, a young lady we feel is the youngest sports reporter ever in the history of the game. She's now with Burroughs.
Being the star of this Little League World Series, you must be on top of the world. Yeah, it's great. I mean, everyone out here is asking for autographs and asking to be on TV like this. It's great. It's fun. It's really fun. I love it. Are you as nervous this year as you were last year? Oh, not really, but right now I'm pretty young because there's so many people out here just watching us on and rooting us on. It's great.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning to prepare?
3 big bowls of cereal. We all had it.
3 big bowls of cereal. Now, you used to have pancakes. They called you cakes.
Yep, they did. And I won 268 games, but I did lose 152. And knowing Sean Burroughs, we're talking heaping bowls because he's a big kid.
We'll see if they work. Now, Sean Burroughs cannot pitch in this game. He had a no-hitter. Carlos Aruz did not pitch for Panama. So how do they match up now?
Well, we can look at how these two teams stack up. If you look at the pitching, it looks like the secondary pitching does favor the Latin America team. Alex Batia, who we will see today, has already pitched. Brady Werner, who is pitching for California, he's pitched 2 innings in relief. But the thing I think is important, John, is that the Panamanian team has scored their opponent 16-6, but California, Long Beach, 52-9. Big disparity.
On the offensive side, the U.S. has the advantage.
Well, it sure does. And if you look at Latin America, they just really have not had a lot of bat speed. They haven't created a lot of runs. And the key, of course, as we all know, John, is pitching. And how will Brady Werner handle the pressure?
All right, it's coming up next. Long Beach tries to make it 2 in a row. Trying to get a little help rubbing the head of Howard Alamedy for a little luck. Back with that and more in a World Series championship game. Representing Latin America, the international champion, David Panama. The manager, Carlos Boteo. Batting first, wearing number 17, the right fielder, Onesimo Morales. Batting second, wearing number 16, the shortstop, Ivan Atencio. Batting third, wearing number 15, the third baseman, Abel Navarro. Batting fourth, wearing number 21, the catcher, Carlos Aruz. Batting fifth, wearing number 5, the pitcher, Alex Batia. Batting sixth, wearing number 22, the first baseman, Julio Gustavino. Batting seventh, wearing number 20, the left fielder, Cesar Rodriguez. Batting eighth, wearing number 4, the second baseman, Juan Saracen. Batting ninth, wearing number 3, the center fielder, Jaime Saldana. And the rest of the Latin American team, Edwin Liu, Anel Miranda, Christian Guevara, Ricardo Riggs, Anuel Morales, and the coach, Luis Carlos Tirado. And now the starting lineup for the U.S. champion, Long Beach, California. The manager, Larry Lewis. Batting first, wearing number 10, the second baseman, Alex DeFazio. Batting second, wearing number 22, the shortstop, Sean Burrows. Batting third, wearing number 19, the pitcher, Brady Werner. Batting fourth, wearing number 21, the left fielder, Timmy Lewis. Batting fifth, he wears number 16, the first baseman, Kevin Miller. Batting sixth, number 20, the right fielder, and Kevin's twin brother, Chris Miller. Batting seventh, wearing number 12, the third baseman, Brent Kirkland. Batting eighth, he's number 17, and the catcher, Billy Gwynn. Batting ninth, number 7, the center fielder, Nate Mooney. And the rest of the Long Beach team, Jeremy Hess, Travis Perkins, Scott Tobis, Charlie Hayes, Cassidy Traub, and the coach, Jeff Burrows. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound, where we are honored to have with us today a former Broadway star and Little Leaguer from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the son of former Major League pitcher Tommy John, Taylor John. Please rise and join the Williamsport Detachment of the Marine Corps League to honor America in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
certainly are. You can be 13, but it had to be after August 1st. Game length. Regulation games, only 6 innings. Very important. This is a key. The catcher must block the ball because the runners, they can't leave the base till the pitch crosses home plate, but then they can. Ball gets by the catcher. We've seen it many times. He will advance. Pitching, very important, as Sean Burroughs, already with 2 no-hitters, cannot pitch today. He will hit, though. And Carlos Aruz with a no-hitter for Panama. He'll do the catching, but cannot pitch in today's game. And we saw this in some of the other games over the course of the week. Starting player who has been removed may come back in the game 1 time.
The dimensions of the field, obviously the base paths are shorter, and it is shorter from the pitcher's mound to home plate. But what's key is that it's symmetrical. 204.
And it was not Amos Smith.
Dimensions. Panama, remember, only 1 home run and 2 doubles.
Let's take a look at the umpires for today's matchup. Andy Cunyar from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, gets the honor of being behind the home plate for this, the 47th. Start the U.S. championship, but they went with Sean Burroughs. A look at the defense as well. Behind Brady Werner, Burroughs, you see, is the shortstop. Obviously, in Little League, Major League, whatever, you need a strong arm down there, and he has the strongest arm we've seen there this week.
Another key is Billy Gwynn. Boy, he's done a terrific job behind the plate. Very few balls have gotten by him in the previous 4 games.
Leadoff hitter Onesimo Morales. And he goes after the first pitch. That one will sail just foul. In the 92 championship game, keep in mind, Long Beach gave up 7 runs in the top of the first inning against the Philippines and never could catch up.
Well, there's a combination of hits, some errors, and also a lot of walks. And Brady Werner, we'll see how he's able to retain his composure and his poise. And I think we'll see that by whether he can throw the ball over the plate.
Goes with a breaking ball. It's way outside.
Carlos Botello, the coach for Panama, said he didn't think they'd have problems scoring runs, even though they've only scored 16 in their previous 4 games.
This is the spectrum from behind home plate. And the umpire sees as that one skips past the catcher, Billy Gwynn, running the count to 2-1. It's got to be tough. The nervousness. You've pitched in World Series games. How tough is it out there to get that ball over the plate?
Well, a lot of times, you know, you're always apprehensive. And Brady Werner admitted, he said, I will be nervous. See if he can locate home plate.
Swing, and that one's fouled back. Runs the count to 2-2. There's about 40,000 people here. It's hard to believe in what is a small stadium. Actually only seats about 8,000. However, they can squeeze another 30+ thousand into what's got to be the largest bleachers anywhere in baseball. Count goes to 3-2. Full count on Onesimo Morales. Jim and Sissy Werner, the parents of the pitcher, seeing if he can get the first battery's base today. Right back to Werner. Over to first. 1 down.
Boy, a sigh of relief. 3-2. Throw it for the middle. That's where it ended up. And routine ground ball. I mean, this is a very good defensive ball club for the Long Beach team.
Ivan Atencio is hitting .363 in the Little League World Series thus far. At the plate now. Just outside. Fastball.
A new camera we have this year at Williamsport is the overhead look. It's up on the rooftop, and it'll give you a good indication whether the ball at least passes over the plate.
Werner just outside and low with that one as well. 2-0.
John, if you go back just to 1986, the American teams, with the exception of Trumbull, who won in '89, have been outscored in this final game 69-1. This is the first time that the American team has been a favorite.
Catches the corner with that one. The Chinese Taipei has done a lot of those damage as we look once again at the overhead camera to see the corner.
Strike zone from the knees to the chest.
Down and past the second baseman DeFazio, and Atencio is aboard with a single.
Very fast field. You're using aluminum bats. The ball will come off that bat very much quicker than wood. A rough field because of all the games this week, and easily by the second baseman Alex DeFazio. Didn't have a chance to go to his left.
Bringing to the plate Abel Navarro. He's hitting .400 coming into this game. Quickly ahead as a swing and a miss. Brady Werner gets the strike.
A little bit of a help here. The ball a little bit low in the strike zone. But Abel Navarro thinking maybe I can get my team ahead by 2 runs.
And again going after one. Down to second. The tag by Burrows. The ball comes loose. He was called out, but the ball comes loose and he's safe. But now no time was called, so they have a rundown. Back to Burrows again. The tag again. This time the runner to Atencio is out. I believe Atencio thought that he was out the first time and then carried off the bag.
Well, you know, as Carlos Mateo looks on, he's probably a little bit confused because the umpire called him out prematurely. Right here, maybe I don't know if you can see it in frame. He is being called out. So Atencio thinks he's out. About 2 steps over. Right, you'll see it from this angle. Burrows will drop the ball. Ball will come out of his glove right there. Now he's looking at the umpire who's calling him out.
There's a single back up the middle by Navarro. So they lose the runner. As a result, there's 2 out.
Well, he's called safe, but the base runner, of course, thought he was out. He did it a very belated type of call, and then you see the umpire.
Adjusting the VCI. Again, just testing. Battery's running out too. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Second baseman as well. It's a start on the mound. Here's the rundown again, Jim.
Well, the umpire's already called him out, but Burrows drops the ball. Now they execute the rundown, and they do it right. Only 2 throws was the maximum. Umpire was not watching, but he does see the out. Base runner off the base. Burrows making the tag. A good defense for Long Beach. They've played 4 games here so far. So you're looking at the Panama defense. They're a good one. They made 7 errors in 4 games.
And the first pitch is a breaking ball that is out of the strike zone to DeFazio. Favorite vegetable, soybeans. Not too many kids you can get to eat that.
No, it's healthy. Good for you.
Swings and lifts this one out to right center field. They converge on it, and it's the second baseman, Saracen, going out that comes up with the ball. A little dangerous there.
Well, what you do if you're an infielder, you go out. Whether you're 12 years old or 32, you go out, and you wait till you're called off for the outfielder. Now, we don't know if that happened, but he does make the play. Not the way. I mean, he was aggressive. He did the right thing going for it, but the outfielder's coming in a much easier play.
That brings to the plate a gentleman that brings a quiet to the crowd, Sean Burrows.
Well, I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'd walk him. That's how good he is. That's the way he's been swinging the bat.
Right back to the pitcher, Batia, who guns him down as he goes after the first pitch. It looked a little outside. He may have tried to pull it.
Well, we've seen this a number of games. You see it not only here at Williamsport, but this is a big, slow curveball. And look, it's a little bit outside. Burrows very impatient, swings at the first pitch. Easy 2-hopper back to the pitcher.
Little nervousness as a hitter, I would imagine,
well,
as well.
He's very aggressive. He's had a lot of success.
The pitcher, Brady Werner, whose average is .467.
7 for 15. He scored a lot of runs. Has yet to hit any doubles with 3 home runs. He, along with Sean Burroughs, the leaders with 3 home runs apiece.
From time to time, you may get a look at the good luck charm of Long Beach, the Troll. They're sprinkled throughout this stadium. 2-1 the count. Two gone here in the bottom of the first. Pulled down the third base line, but that is foul.
If we take a look at these defenses, they'll play with the 2 outs pretty deep, but they play the line, especially the third baseman, because if he has to go to his right, because of the 60 feet between home and first, there's no way with the arm strength to throw somebody out. So with a guy that can't hit for power, they'll play way up, and the power hitters like Warner, they'll play back.
Ooh, and that plunks him. Fortunately, it looked like a curveball. Warner is aboard.
Well, the Far East teams have come in here year after year and dominated because they can hit about anything. Right here, a ball that's off the back of the elbow, maybe a little bit above that, and got right to the major leagues. I mean, the one thing amazes me, John, I've been here 8 years, is that you've seen everybody ever go out to the mound. Sportsmanship, you know, that wasn't on purpose.
No, it's tremendous, and that is definitely one of the themes out here. Timmy Lewis, in case you haven't guessed it, he's one of the surfers on this team. In the dirt, nice snag by Rose.
Well, his dad's the coach, and I don't think Larry's real happy with the long hair, but his son said, you know, if I cut my hair, I'll lose my strength.
Sampson. That one's fouled back. I want to remind everyone the Goodyear blimp, seen over so many major events, floats overhead today, providing aerial views of the Little League World Series. And we say our thanks once again to Goodyear people. 1-1 is the count. 2 gone here in the first. Big swing and a miss there. 2 strikes.
Well, I think the key, if you're pitching against a team that has scored 52 runs, you have to change speeds. And here's that big, slow curveball. Great way to see how out in front Timmy Lewis was. Couldn't wait for it.
From the umpire's camera, you can see that was ball 2. Count 2-2 with 2 gone. 1 runner aboard at first is Brady Werner, the pitcher. That one's bounced in the dirt, gets away, but Aruz keeps it in front of him, and catching is so important.
Well, it is. Carlos Aruz, you're looking at a young man that pitched a no-hitter, his first ever, and now he goes behind the plate. Now watch him block this ball. He knows if the ball gets by him, you're going to have a runner advance. Goes down, keeps it in front of him, and very alertly pounces on it.
And one's knocked foul as well. Count at 3-2. Aruz showing a lot of poise as a pitcher the other day, and now as a catcher.
Did he ever? And it looks to me that Carlos Botoyo, the manager of this team, has picked Patilla because he's got that big, slow curveball that may upset the timing.
And again, Timmy Lewis staying alive with a foul. But as of yet, no one getting much on it. There's Sandy Lewis, Timmy's mother, and Larry's wife. Swing lifts it out to left field, where Rodriguez is under it for the 3rd out. No hits for the USA. 1 is left. It's scoreless after 1. We'll be back after this commercial message and a word from our team. Welcome back. We are scoreless. Plenty going on the field and lots outside the stadium as well. Let's go now and join our youngest colleague, Maria Sansone.
Thanks, John. One of the biggest contests here at the Little League World Series has nothing to do with baseball. So what's your name? Kristen. Okay, why are you here in line instead of being at the game? Well, because I like chewing bubble gum, and blowing bubbles is a lot of fun. And this is a bubble blowing contest? Yes. Okay, why don't you show us your entry? Hey, Jim Palmer, when you were playing baseball, did you ever blow a bubble that big? Now back to you guys.
No, I wasn't that talented. So I thought the really big ones, though, were supposed to go all over your face.
That's right. It's too much trouble to get them off, though. As Alex Batia, the pitcher, steps in against Brady Werner in a scoreless game. Outside, ball one. Latin America and the team from Panama managed 2 hits against Werner in the first inning, but failed to score. Ooh, big slow curve and the swing and a miss.
Well, that's what changing speed's all about. And if they look at the stats, Batia with the only home run. The only home run. This overhead look. Look him get way out in front. Upper body moving way out in front of the